Choosing which parts to buy for your gaming PC is a lot like choosing your coffee order for the very first time. There's a lot of words that you don't understand, some pretty pictures to make you want something different, and there's always some snob that thinks that you're doing it all wrong. And you end up with a cup of something that looks great. Yeah, sure, I'll give you that, but the taste is awful. I'm looking at you, iced Ube Coconut Macchiato thing. But unlike whoever greenlit that venti disgrace at Starbucks, if we can even say that, our builders have good taste, which is why we challenge them to create a build with great airflow, fully optimized for 1440p gaming, and have them use an Ube purple theme, proving definitively that our builders can make a PC that looks and probably tastes better than that Starbucks. But why'd you guys make that? Since this whole build was inspired by a drink of all time, let's break down the aesthetics that we wanted. We could get some white components for the milk at the bottom, and the espresso could be there somehow. But the most important part is the purple ube foam. The whole drink is nice and bright, and it really pops. And our PC, well, we had to do the same. And that's where the Taro Milk Height X50 comes in. Before you type it, I know Taro isn't the same as ube, but purple is purple, ladies and gentlemen. And what I love about this case is the absolute lengths that they went to just for the design alone. Now, the entire front panel is one of a kind. It's curved mesh, it's got rounded corners, and they had to develop this entire process just to perfectly stamp out these curves that you see right here without this thing looking like folded sheet metal, which would not be great. It would be bad, like that Starbucks drink that sucks. It's dense enough to keep out big debris, but also airy enough that you don't need the fine mesh layers that you might find on some other PC cases that we won't mention. But the aesthetics are the real seller here. You've got curved glass panel, this little chamber up top, which is super important, but I'm gonna get to that during the actual build. You gotta hold your horses here. We're getting to it. Now, I've got just one problem. This needs to pop, which means we need some color contrast, but also a bit of Meta PC's custom flair. Oh, Chris!
Yes?
I need you to make something custom, something juicy, something ube for this case. Can you do that for me?
When do you need it by?
I need it now.
Done.
Guys, check this out. This is the ube print that Chris came up with, and boy, does it look ube cool. Perfect. Now, all that we need is some color contrast, and if you want to absolutely ruin the parts reveal, you silly goose you can check out the parts list. It's in the description right below the subscribe button, which you should have also checked that. Come on, please click it. Let's start with the processor. We went with the Ryzen 7 7800X 3D because that 3D V-cache is really going to optimize the system for more CPU intensive titles, and it's right in that sweet spot for 1440p. But since that's eventually going to be covered by a freaking cooler, we knew that we had to slot it into our first white component of the build. Check it out! It's the ASRock X870 Steel Legend Wi-Fi motherboard. This motherboard isn't just about the looks, even though it looks immaculate. The X870 really has upgradability in mind, with plenty of open slots for additional components, and with enough high-speed USB ports to keep up with stream gear, VR, external storage, night lights, USB, sticks, and etc. Now, with that as our base, we added in 32 gigs of all-white DDR5 6000, which is more than enough speed for 1440p. For cooling on our CPU, we went with a white 360mm Meta AIO, which should be more than enough to keep that 7800X 3D cool while under a 1440p load. And one part that'll make light work of 1440p is the RTX 5070, which is also in white. This graphics card, CPU, and RAM work extremely well together, especially when it comes to gaming. Oh, but Zach, I thought you built high-end gaming PCs. What are you doing here? There's no 5090. There's no 9800X 3D. What are you doing? Well, I'm glad you asked, totally real person that I just quoted and made his voice sound super weird and creepy. And the answer is simple. It's price to performance. Now, sure, we could deck this out with every high-end component that we could get our grubby hands on. But for a balanced build at 1440p, we wanted to put together a system that wasn't going to break your bank just for bragging rights. That's rude. All the parts are fast and they're powerful enough to pull their weight without bottlenecking the rest of this build. Now, for storage, we went with the tried and true Kingston 2TB NVMe. And luckily, check this out, Height also sells color matched fans, so everything just fits perfectly together. It's Ube awesome. And that just leaves us with the last pop of white in this rig, and that's the ASRock Gold 850 watt power supply. Now, I love the look of this. It really shines with all the white components in this build, but only one big problem. You won't be able to see the freaking thing. Literally hidden. The one quirk of the X50 when it comes to building is the power supply placement. Now, unlike all those other fishbowl cases that have the power supply at the bottom, usually below the motherboard, Height made a chamber right here. It's right up top for the power supply to live in. Nice cozy little home for it. Why, Zach? Why upside down if no upside down build? Well, Captain Kirk, there are three main reasons: cable management, aesthetics, and heat. By having the power supply up top in its own enclosure, you have more manageable cable routes down the back panel, and guess what? Height was really good about giving you a ton of Velcro and zip tie points to make that happen. Let's talk about visuals though. This makes it so that the focus of your build is that beefy graphics card. Now for most builds, that's the showstopper, right? It's your graphics card. And Height didn't want a big boring box to take away from that. But the real kicker here is the heat. And this actually makes the most sense because when you're doing fan layouts, you typically want cold air coming in from the front and from the bottom of the case. That air passes through all of your components and then ideally exhausts the hot air out the top and the back. Now listen, most fishbowl cases have the power supply down low, which is where the coldest air in your system is. And that's a problem right there. Do you want the cold air on your $1,000 graphics card or on your $150 power supply? You choose. Well, you don't have to, because by moving it to the top, you get all of the cool air from down below and it's unobstructed, and the exhaust from your power supply works in tandem with your other fans to get all of that hot air out. It's pure airflow science. Math stuff. You know, you guys have done thermodynamic stuff, right? Even with all of those beautiful components and near perfect airflow, it's still, it needed something. It needed to be brighter. It needed to be more poppy, more custom even. And that's where Chris comes in. Tell him all about it, Christopher.
Let's talk panels. So today we're taking a look at our new LED light box here. You've probably seen something like this before, essentially custom fabbed a version of that, which allows us to populate more so the fan size of a traditional computer case, and then convert that into a 3-pin RGB lighting software. That way we're actually running through the motherboard or what other lighting controllers are in the case. This is pretty simple, pretty sweet. Top lid is able to lift up and then you can slide out. We both have a cover as a clear piece as well as the backing actual LED print right here. So this is optional, kind of gives it a nice gloss front coat, makes it look more of a complete package. Before we had this, we of course have had RGB backplates for a long time. These are great for small areas, GPUs, little surfaces that you want to cover, but when we went to go and scale that to a full-size panel, it wasn't the cleanest solution. It took a lot of time for me to make that by hand every time, and so now getting into these custom light boxes, it is a huge improvement, both aesthetically and the time that it takes to go and make something this cool. And of course, we already see the comments, well, doesn't this replace 3 fans of the case? And yes, it does. So certain cases are going to be a little bit more catered to this. The Height X50 that we're currently running these in allow us to just remove those back 3 fans, still allowing adequate airflow throughout the case, and adding this in as more of an aesthetic touch. Now, the X50, of course, is not the only case we can put these in, so if you have your eyes on something different, just let us know. Reach out at metapcs.com and we can make you a similar solution.
God, I love it when Chris does Chris things to our builds. And now it's time to see if all that hard work paid off. It's sick montage time. Let's go. Montage.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Montage. We got a purple foam case. We got creamy white components. But listen, what about the espresso, Sabrina Carpenter? Well, espresso looks gross, but it does make you run fast. And it also makes you have the runs fast. So let's see if this build is caffeinated or not.
I may not know good coffee when I see it, but I do know good specs. Let's dive right into it. Marvel Rivals at 1440p high settings, we're seeing an average of 99 FPS with a 79 FPS 1% low. And the temps are sitting pretty at 56 average for the CPU and a nice 54 average for the GPU.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, but you turned on FrameGen and only got 99 FPS. What gives, Joed?
He doesn't know about this little trick. We actually don't use any additional FrameGen or upscaling while we run our benchmark, so everything you're seeing is pure raster power. With those additional settings turned on, you're gonna see some insane frame rates, but this is right out of the box performance.
Ah, right, just like the other build videos on the channel that you're already subscribed to, right? carry on.
Our creators on 1440p high settings is showing a 134 FPS average with a 1% low of 116 FPS. With temps at 56 degrees for the CPU and 59 degrees for the GPU. Not even breaking a sweat here, guys. We also have Fortnite on similar settings showing a beautiful 170 FPS average with a 1% low of 103 FPS and temps sitting at 68 degrees on the CPU and 54 degrees for the GPU. And this build, let's be honest, it's super creative. So of course we had to test it on some creative benchmarks. In Blender, we ran their monster, junk shop, and classroom tests and saw 129, 92, and 66 samples per minute respectively. We also got an R24 multi-thread test in Cinebench with a score of 1,026 and an average Steel Nomad score of 5,264. But the really impressive test was in Cyberpunk 2077. On 1440p high, we saw a consistent average FPS of 125 with 1% lows at 108 FPS. So even if your components are having an off day, you're still not dipping anywhere below 100 FPS. And even if you somehow manage to absolutely pin every component on max, the OCTT stress test is showing max temps at 85 for the CPU and 66 for the GPU. It also says I need to do a taste test. Guys, is this real?
Yes!
Oh my, all right.
Listen, even though this started as a coffee hater build, we actually made something that has amazing airflow, handles 1440p like a dream, and it runs just as good as it looks. So if you're looking for a budget build, this is not the rig for you. Don't do it. Don't get me wrong. You definitely get what you pay for with this build, but this is definitely a step up from little Timmy's first 1080p rig. This ain't it. But you know who this is really for? This is for those gamers who crave novelty without compromising on performance. Listen, not every fishbowl case has to be a black box. And just because you wanted purple, red, orange, or any of the other colorways doesn't mean that you should be leaving behind quality performance. And that's exactly why this build and so many more just like it are available right now in our locations across the valley or on our ready to ship page where you can get it shipped right to your door the very next business day. Why do you talk like that? I don't know. Thanks again for watching, and as always, we'll see you next time.